Hi, I'm Shabina, and today we're going to be diving into the things we were told as children that weren't true at all, but shaped the way we saw ourselves, our bodies, and the world. Let me start with this one. My aunt once told me that after a girl starts her period, if she sits too close to a boy, she could get pregnant. Yes, just sitting close. My initial reaction was fear. I told her I didn't want to have a period. She told me I couldn't stop it. It happened to every girl when they reached a certain age. At that time, it was truly mind boggling. Later, of course, when I was in boarding school, I found out that it wasn't true. And you know what? I'm not the only one. Every culture has their own versions of these harmless stories. Things our parents, aunts, uncles, or well meaning elders said that made no sense, but we didn't know any better. Examples are: don't laugh too loudly, it's not ladylike. Your worth is in how well you serve your husband when you get married. No one will marry you if you're too educated. Good girls don't speak up. Don't sit on hot surfaces or your uterus will get damaged. You can't swim or touch a plant while you're on your period. And of course, my favorite, if you sit next to a boy after you've had a period, you could get pregnant. These messages just weren't funny. They were examples of conditioning. They planted fear, shame, and silence where we needed confidence, curiosity, and joy. And guess what? This just wasn't in my culture. Around the world, children were hearing all kinds of wild things. Let me share a few. From China, if you sit on the toilet too long during your period, you'll get a blood clot and die. From Scotland, if you play in the rain, your head will cave in. From North America, if you swallow watermelon seeds, a watermelon will grow in your stomach. Chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Chewing gum, if you swallow, stays in your stomach for 7 years. And honestly, some of these hit way close to home for me. Like the one about not to cut your nails at night. I was told the exact same thing. And I'd wait until the next day, just in case. Oh, and what about the boogeyman? He had a real presence when I stayed with my grandmother. If I didn't fall asleep quickly, he was coming to take me. And I would literally hide under the covers with fear. Did you have the boogeyman story? And as I grew older, another one was that if you cooked rice and it stuck at the bottom of the pan, you know that layer at the bottom of the pan that's nice and crunchy? Well, that meant it would rain on your wedding day. Now, some of these were funny, and yet they were part of the emotional world we were raised in, and many of them taught us fear before they ever taught us freedom. Some of these messages shaped how we related to our bodies, our voices, and our choices. Sometimes we learned to feel shame about our bodies, to fear our own desires, to not question authority, that being good meant being quiet. For many of us, especially women raised across cultures, this was our first form of conditioning. But here's the good news. We get to unlearn what no longer serves us as we grow and partake in society. We get to laugh, we get to heal, we get to tell the truth. Truth like, no, you cannot get pregnant by sitting next to a boy. Good girls can speak up. More importantly, Your worth isn't tied to obedience, silence, or pleasing others. There's no blame here for our parents, aunts, grandmothers, and other elders because they were told the same things and they were just passing on what they were told. And they knew sometimes that they were just putting that fear in us to stop us from doing things. Now I'd like to hear from you. What are the most ridiculous stories you were told that you believed as a child? Drop it in the comments and let's laugh, heal, and unlearn together. And if this resonated with you, share it with someone or even share it with that aunt who told you something ridiculous. I hope you have a wonderful day, and from my heart to yours, bye for now.